welcome. What are you selling?
Nothing over here. Hi, I'm Brandy Grace with GameZombie.tv, and I'm here today talking with Rocco from Mega64.
How's it going? Thank you for having me.
So, how did Mega64 get started?
It started like we were all just like fresh out of high school, and we were looking for something to do, and we had this idea. Well, let's make like a stupid public access show, and I just combined all the things that we thought were funny, and then we ended up doing the internet because public access kind of sucks. So there you go. That's it.
So I first saw you when you started doing stuff with the Game Developers Conference. How did that get started?
The folks at GDC just asked us to do videos for their show. They just emailed me one day. We've never really shopped ourselves around to do like ads for people or anything, but they, for some reason, come to us. I have no idea why, but yeah, it's been like 3 years we've done videos for them.
So how did it feel working with Shigeru Miyamoto?
I mean, I know some of you may be surprised, but he was actually very nice and didn't curse too much. No, he was a really nice guy, and it was amazing to me that he had a cool sense of humor. He was down to film whatever, and I mean, it's hard to say anything besides big honor for Miyamoto, but it was cool to meet him. Very cool.
And not many people realize game developers tend to be really down-to-earth people,
yeah,
so.
They really are. They really are. It was a joy. It was a joy to meet him. Miyamoto, if you're watching this, I love you. How come you don't call me no more?
So sometimes with your videos, we can see that you get into situations that might get you in a little bit of trouble. What video has gotten you in the most trouble?
The most trouble, still to this day, is the Resident Evil 4 skit that we filmed a couple years ago. We get the police called on us probably every time we film, but we've gotten very good at escaping. But that one video, we had 5 cop cars surround us, and there was no escape. Like, we were in our little escape van and just looking around us, going, "Well, they got us." It was scary, but everything turned out okay. And yeah, that's probably still the worst it's ever been.
So, what if there was any game you could do? Which one would it be?
We would do Halo, and what we would do with an unlimited budget is build an actual Halo. We'd put all the people who have suggested doing a Halo skit on one planet and blow it up.
Okay. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
GameZombie TV.
Hey, I'm Dave Klein of GameZombie.tv, and I'm here with Sean Smith, a creative director for Ninja Town, a new game coming out to the Nintendo DS. Now, could you tell me a little bit about Ninja Town?
Sure, it's an action strategy title, so it kind of lies somewhere between traditional RTS and tower defense. It has layers of strategy that you can kind of employ as you're defending Ninja Town against the wee devils that are coming in. So there's two main categories of ninjas, of units that you can play. Ninja. There's melee units, which are more like hand-to-hand combat, and then ranged units, more like, you know, that sort of style where you're actually shooting projectiles at enemies that are coming by. So the deal is that, like strategy games, you're kind of setting up the battle, right? So you're setting down your units, and then once the enemies come into town, anything within range, the ninjas will automatically engage those enemies. You move around the map with either the stylus or the D-pad, so we kind of made that fairly easy for people to get the hang of. But in terms of like placing units, doing upgrades, resource management, all the stuff that you would normally do in RTS games, you're doing that now with the stylus.
Okay, and I was looking at the art style of the game. It's an interesting, nice, simple design to the game, and it looks like there's a lot of humor within it. And I know like one of my favorite characters is the Ninja, of course, which, what does he do?
Basically, that's a special ability that you get as a character token. You lay that down, and when you lay it on the path, when the enemies come by, it basically emits like a poisonous gas, and it poisons the enemy, so it knocks down their health as they progress. What I do at my company, which is called Shawnimals, is we're a character design studio. Definitely our take is humorous and absurd. So we have things like the ninja consultant, who's a ninja that lost one of his arms, so he can't be a full-fledged ninja, but he can do consulting work. So he acts as the info gatherer in the game. Ninja. We also have the Mayor Ninja, which is kind of this like, you know, Mayor Quimby, bumbling idiot sort of, but kind of endearing mayor character. We have the ninja dropping, like you said. We have the baby ninja, which is like this little baby. It's so adorable that you place this character down on the playing map, and the enemies can't help but slow down and look at it because it's so damn cute.
Okay, so when is Ninja Town expected to come out?
It's coming out in October, mid to late October for DS.
All right, so there you had it, mid to late October for the Nintendo DS, and that's Ninja Town. And thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
GameZombie TV.
Unit 3, attack hostile 1.
Hi, this is Jessica Frazier of GameZombie.tv. We're here with Michael, who is showing off Tom Clancy's End War. Can you tell us a little bit about the game?
It's a massive scale console war game set on the battlefields of World War III. And the sort of key features of the game, one is that you're actually on the battlefield with your units. The other one is that you've actually got thousands of units. We can get about 1,000 guys on the battlefield, so we've got these massive full-scale battlefields. And the other is that because you're a general, you're playing the whole game with your voice, so you're giving your commands to your soldiers through voice command. Unit 6, move to Foxtrot. So it's basically just the controller works like a walkie-talkie. You hold down the trigger, you speak your order, you release, and that's it. That's all there is to it. It makes it very, very easy to play the game. You don't have to memorize any commands at all because, I mean, if you hold down the trigger, you can see all the available orders here. Move to Foxtrot. So you don't have to have any previous knowledge. Basically, if you can read, then you can learn and see what the available orders are and play the game. So it's really easy. So we have a full series of story missions that sort of say how the war breaks out, so it steadily ramps up. So at the beginning, you've just got a couple of units and you're just learning the commands and so on, and then it gets bigger as you progress through. The story of the game is it's World War III between 3 superpowers. So it's Europe, the US, and Russia all fighting it out for global domination. And fighting it out in our online campaign as well. As far as the locations go, this one's Paris, as I said. We've also got Washington, we've got Moscow. We've actually got 40 different locations across those 3 countries. So a lot of different maps, a lot of different game modes, a lot of different units. So there's really hundreds and hundreds of hours of gameplay here. It's a pretty massive game.
How'd you guys come up with this concept of using voice commands?
Firstly, to try and solve the problem of making a strategy game on console. And it's things like, I don't know, if you're making a driving game, you want a steering wheel. If you're making a shooting game, you want a gun. So in this, we want you to be the general. And if you look at the reference of what would a real general do, then he's going to talk to his troops. So it's a really natural way to be able to play the game.
Do you have any favorite aspects about the gameplay?
The thing I really love, and we just did a big beta test with 15,000 players, is the multiplayer, so the co-op. So, you've got these massive armies and you've got 4 versus 4 matchups, or 4 players versus the AI, and I think it's really a new type of experience, or it's a new type of game for people. So I just feel really happy that we actually have made a new genre on console.